Ronan was a beautiful young man and was loved by those that knew him. Words cannot express the feeling of our loss. He will be in our hearts forever. On the referee's whistle, please be upstanding for a minute's applause in celebration of the life of Ronan Costello.
Applause from the supporters of the Huddersfield Giants, the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats, players from both those sides, teammates for Ronan Costello's under-19 side and his former side, Brighouse Rangers and Linley Swifts, and of course the family of Ronan Costello. Focus now goes on the Ladbrokes Challenge Cup, first of the quarter-finals in 2016, to take you through all the action. Time now to go to your commentary team of Terry O'Connor, Barry McDermott, and they're led tonight by Bill Arthur. Over to you, Bill.
Thank you, Brian. A solemn start to proceedings, but now the players turn their attention to the quest for a semi-final place in the Ladbrokes Challenge Cup, and an immaculately observed tribute to Ronan Costello by not just the home supporters but the visitors from Wakefield as well. But it's something, and Terry O'Connor was telling me about this, it's something that has been reflected across the game, this feeling of support and loss for the life of a young man so early in his days. As the game gets underway, and first touch for the Huddersfield Giants, the side who've had a miserable season. That's a miserable start. The ball spilled early on, and Gareth Hewer will bring him back for the first knock-on.
Well, it's the worst possible start for Huddersfield, isn't it? Against the Wakefield side that really have turned the corner since Chris Chester got the job. Jacob Miller, he's been a standout player, in my opinion. He was brilliant in the Magic weekend. 3 players on a big man, Akuma Tai. Take his space, don't let him get on the front foot. He's so difficult to stop.
He takes his chances there, Jacob Miller. I think he has a pull at that ball, he has a tug.
Hold the line.
Irrespective of whether it was legal or illegal, Wakefield get the ball. Good field position, see what they can do.
Great opportunity then for the Wildcats early on in this game. They were here a couple of weeks ago and ground out a 10 points to 2 win. Just one try in the game.
Hold line. Hold.
Scored by Danny Kermond, who's not playing in this one, but here is Miller. Tom Johnson
on the goal line. Scott Ware
tackled about 10 metres out. And here's Anthony England, takes it a little bit closer for the Wildcats, attacking that end populated by the supporters. They're in for the first try, it's Fafita! David Fafita, his first start for his new club. It's his birthday on Tuesday, he's got an early present, the first try in this game. And Huddersfield pay the price for that early error by Akuma Tai, and David Fafita, just arrived at the club, is making his mark. Sin bin last week, scores big this week.
Yeah, well, good defence wins you games, and that's exactly what Wakefield did. They got 3 men in and took the space away from Akuma Tai. David Fafita, well, his first start, his first touch, and look at that. Any player who defends on the heel so close to the try line, he picks out Scott Griggs, and it's a total mismatch.
I think the Huddersfield players, when they look at this, they'll realise 1 or 2 wrong decisions, overthinking, wonderful deception from Wakefield. And Scott Moore, who of course has had his trials and tribulations this week, he's involved in the Wakefield match today. Had that ban overturned, suspension overturned, he set it up on a plate for Fafita.
Here's Liam Finn then, looking to put the icing on what is a very special cake for David Fafita, because he never managed to score a try in his entire NRL career. He comes to Wakefield and he's got one in his second game for the club.
Well, enjoying his time at Super League, but a big man so close to the line, he'll always pick out a player who's much smaller and who's defending on the heels. When you do that and you're just rocking back and you're not going forward, it's difficult to stop a man that big. And Chris Chester, coaching his home side club, that's a great start for him.
And here he is, twin of Andrew Fafita, the Australian international. So that's a great start for Wakefield.
Well, everyone at the beginning of the year would have been talking about Wakefield to be relegated come the end of the year. Make a mistake, it goes backwards though, says referee Gareth Hewitt. Everyone was tipping him to go down, but oh no, Chris Chester came in, lost just 1 of 10 games since he came in round 8. You get away with that, and when you looks for you, you looks for you. Scott Moore goes down the blind side here.
That was quite a generous call, possibly from Gareth Hewitt, as Finn puts a good deep kick in.
We've got 2 of the best kickers of the rugby league ball in the game. Danny Brough, he knows when to kick, where to kick, what kick is required, and his duel with Liam Finn, the tactical battle that those 2 players are going to be involved in, could well determine who takes, I was going to say the points, but who gets into the next round of the cup.
So Huddersfield looking to recover from that shaky start. Andy Kelly there, the caretaker coach here, following the departure of Paul Anderson. Kieran Purtill going as well at the same time. So Andy Kelly and Chris Thorman taking on the coaching duties, and a lot more besides. Luke Robinson having to step up as well. And the search is on for a replacement for Paul Anderson as Brough hoists the kick, and it's claimed by Max Jowett, this 19-year-old fullback who's shown up well. Ben Jones-Bishop tackled as he gets over the 20.
Well, he's certainly a confident youngster, Max Jowett, along with Tom Johnson and players who are playing on form, enjoying themselves, but knowing it's going to be a different task when they're playing here against the Giant side. Andy Kelly took charge last week when Paul Anderson was relieved of his duties. They got the first win under him, and they're looking for the second here.
Here is Fafita then, the try scorer. Tackled on the halfway line, but taking some stopping.
Well, it certainly takes some energy out of the Huddersfield players. He's an absolute man mountain.
That's the 5th tackle. And Miller nonchalantly hoists the kick. The ball's batted back to Miller. Still on the last, says the referee. And Wakefield trying to keep it alive. The ball's hacked forward, but scrappy end to that. It looked promising for a moment from Miller.
Yeah, Bill, a worrying sign if you're a Huddersfield fan there. There are 2 players left behind the player of the ball. They get up from dummy half. They get a decent kick away. They put pressure on Huddersfield. They turn them round, play it into that corner, and they certainly look more energetic than the Huddersfield Giants.
When I asked Andy Kelly before the game who he thought had stepped up and stepped forward and took control of the club in this time of stress, and where the win was going to be won and lost, he talked about honesty, and he talked about the integrity of the team, the little aspects of the game, and that's certainly one of the aspects of the game. When the high kick goes up or the ball is along the 4, if it's your teammate that's trying to control that and he's in charge of catching it, you need to get back and help him as well.
So Huddersfield looking to complete a set of 6 for the first time in this game. Here is Brough now. Ellis, they go wide, and the ball reaches Cudjoe. It doesn't reach Cudjoe, it reaches Tom Johnston, but it was knocked on, says the referee.
Yeah, I think it's Tupu comes in, he tries to shut the player down. He comes in, he knows the ball's going out the back. I think it comes off his left arm. He goes in to effect this tackle on Griggs. There's a ricochet from him. You can just see his left arm just changes the flight of that ball. So it's the correct call here from Gareth Hewitt. You look down the Huddersfield side, they've got some real genuine playmakers. Scott Griggs, well, Andy Kelly knows all about him. He was He was the Ireland captain in the 2008 World Cup. Then you've got Danny Brough, the former Man of Steel winner in 2013. And Ryan Hinchcliffe, one of the best buys in Super League.
First move!
Here is Brough.
David, keep working, come on.
Only about 20 metres out now with Sam Rapira. The Giants threatening really for the first time in the game and getting the penalty that the crowd was demanding. Scott Moore penalised. Once a Huddersfield Giant more, Lawrence takes the tap himself and decides to take on the Wildcats defenders, who retreat towards their own try line. Here is Brough across the posts, and Crabtree straightens it up and runs into some good solid defence from Fifita and co. But they're on their own try line now, the Wildcats. Huddersfield looking to respond. Brough fires the pass out wide. Wardle was trying to ship it on quickly, but couldn't get the pass away to Jake Connor, and Brough shows it once. It's static. Ellis, that goes to ground again, and Akuma Tai not having a good night.
Well, everybody a little bit flat, nobody's certain what was going on. And the two playmakers, Ellis and Brough, they both had their hands on the ball during that particular passage of play. And Akuma Tai, he changes his line at the last second. He goes against the grain, goes back on an unders line, the ball is passed as if he's going on an overs line and fading out, and it's just too strong.
And then they're caught in two minds, and you look at the way Wakefield are defending. They cut it out on the, they've cut it down on the left edge, they've cut it down on the right edge. Their outside backs are coming in, and they're shutting everything down. So Danny Brough, when he's looking up for options, there's nobody there.
A bit hesitant from Huddersfield. It's a bit of anxiety. It's been a stressful time, of course, at the club. There's been a lot going on. It's all happened consecutively, really. Ronan Costello's passing and Paul Anderson's departure from the club. Ashurst, Cudjoe making the tackle, assisted by Ellis. England ships it on to Finn. Finn to Fifita. Somebody put him down.
It looks like he's toying with the defence, doesn't he?
Well, my question is, why is he that far out? He's on the fringe, he's on the edge, he should be running up and down the middle, and he's too big for those edge defenders of Huddersfield to handle.
Finn hoists the kick. Connor is underneath it, Jake Connor. Moving to Hull FC next year, or for the next season, I should say.
Anthony with me, go.
Plays the ball. McGilvray just over the 20-metre line.
That's a good carry, that's a good play of the ball. You can see the Wakefield players aren't back.
Well, there we go.
Crabtree's put it down. Miller snaps it up, free play, puts a little kick in. Johnston will chase it. Tom Johnston has bombed it. He is furious with himself.
Well, Jake Miller's had a go at that again. It's Earl Crabtree who carts the ball up. It was a good initial carry from Jermaine McGilvray.
It was the free play, so they're going to come back, but the chance was there for Tom Johnston.
Well, big Earl Crabtree runs at the smaller man, expecting to just bump him off like a mosquito, and Jake Miller thinks it's worked once, so I'll have a crack again.
And it is a missed play, it's a missed opportunity. Jermaine McGilvray does all the hard work the previous play. To lose the ball like that and then to come up with the play, I think it's just like Jacob Miller. He's been brilliant, Jacob Miller, in the opening 10 minutes, by the way.
And again,
he's all over the place.
Jacob Miller, Liam Finn, the battle between Ellis and Brough. That can't happen unless the platform is being laid by the likes of Earl Crabtree, who just needs a bit more attention to detail. Get your head down, earn your metres, play the ball quick and play off the back of that.
Mike Seo was playing the ball. Now here's John Malloy.
Second movement! Hold by in West.
So Huddersfield being in their own worst enemies at the moment. That's a penalty. Tom Simons taking his time.
Just trying to slow the play, the ball down. You can see him along with Earl Crabtree, just trying to give the teammates a benefit and help them get back. But Liam Finn choosing to take 2 points. Well, any points on offer. It seems that Chris Jester would have talked to the likes of Liam Finn, saying, look, when we get down there, if we've got points on offer, let's put doubt in the opposition's mind.
Andy Kelly, I'm sure he's getting the message on to his forward pack in general. Roll your sleeves up. notes on Simons in particular. Keep it simple, Simons. Don't give penalties away, and don't give field position and opportunities.
Andy Kelly, a former Wakefield player and coach, attempting to knock his hometown club out of the Challenge Cup, but at the moment his hometown club have the upper hand. They lead by 6 points to 0, and Finn looking for his second goal of the night. On target with that. His 62nd successful kick of the season nudges Wakefield 8-0 up.
Well, Chris Chester just making some notes for half-time. A decent start from Wakefield. They've been physical. The outside backs have not only shown up well in attack, they've shown up well in defence. The forwards taking it forward. Fafita, I like him on the edge, attacking those smaller players, looking for those early wins in the early parts of the play.
It's one of the mysteries of the season, though, isn't it? That this Huddersfield side, you look at this Huddersfield lineup, this is a team that's 11th in the Super League table. It's hard to fathom.
Do you know, when you look down the team sheet, we've said it over the years in Super League, it's not the names on the team sheet, it's how you are mentally, how you prepare, you're confident, and Huddersfield, well, they haven't been confident. They got the win last week. There's maybe a new freshness, a new approach to how they play. Some of the senior players taking responsibility.
Reece Lynn has got support on the inside. Oh, tackle from Griggs. Lynn is still on his feet, hasn't finished yet, but the chance was there. If he'd found Liam Finn, they might have blown the chance. As it is, they've conceded the penalty.
Well, he's injured, Reece Lynn. I don't think he's going to get up. But Wakefield stripped the Huddersfield defence. They had the numbers, they found the space, and that player, Reece Lynn, he has a 2 versus 1. The winger, Jake Connor, is in all kinds of trouble, and I think the injury is on the last gasp. That's why he slows down a little bit. Tremendous player, very quick, catches one as well on his way down. There we go. Yep, he doesn't miss.
Chris Thorman out to talk to Danny Brough. There he was. And Gareth Ewer probably just getting a word in his ear from the video ref Ben Thaler.
Yeah, well, it's a big call now from Gareth Ewer. Does he send him off? Does he sin bin him? Wait and see how Reece Lynn is. Frustrated Danny Brough because Reece Lynn got on the outside of him initially. So he got back, got in front of him, come up and tried to put a shot on. Unfortunately for Reece Lynn, it hits him high. Big decision here from the referee.
The Wakefield fans, Danny Brough might be a former Wakefield player, but they're having no sympathy for him, no leniency for him, and it doesn't look as though the referee's going to be lenient either, because Brough is in the bin. Gareth Ewer shows him the yellow card.
Well, it's not what you want when you're 8 points down, you're playing at home. You've not been winning many games. You played 57 games for Wakefield. They've got to defend. Another set here now.
Smooth! Hold the line! Hold!
It's been a horrendous start for Huddersfield to this game. Right from the word go, virtually. And it could get worse here as Ashurst heads for the posts.
Let's move back to 2! Hold the goal line!
Tackled about 5 metres out. Huddersfield desperately trying to keep them at bay. Fafita's looking for his second. This time, Huddersfield man up and stop him. But they might not have stopped the Wildcats. Seo is tackled right underneath those posts. More to come from the Wildcats. Finn pauses. Ball out wide. Jones Bishop. Has he done enough to get that ball down? Touch judge stands his ground. And Gareth Ewer asked for more intervention from video ref Ben Thaler.
Yeah, but I think this is a try. A couple of early plays from Wakefield. First of all, it was Fafita that goes forward. And it was another big forward. Here you go, Ben Jones Bishop. Does he ground this ball? There's no problem, no problem. Excellent finish from the wingman.
Perfect grip on the ball. It allows him to pull it away from his body, hold it out in front of him. Wonderful stuff. And Jones Bishop, no doubt, I don't think up here on the gantry, those Wakefield fans behind the sticks have seen Ben Jones Bishop score that try, I'm sure.
That was great acrobatic finishing from Ben Jones Bishop. The try is confirmed, his 9th of this season. And it just goes from bad to worse for the Huddersfield Giants. Brough sin-binned, and as a consequence, Ben Jones Bishop goes in for another Wakefield try.
Well, Huddersfield making it far too easy for Wakefield at the minute. They're giving them possession and position. And if the first one was a barge over, the second one goes through the hands. Finn to Max Jowett. Wonderful delivery to Ben Jones Bishop, who has to beat Jake Connor with both feet off the ground. Jake Connor has wonderful utility value for this Huddersfield side. Fullback, centre, winger, standoff. And Ben Jones Bishop, he gets the second try of the game.
Finn then with this conversion from way out wide, any wider and the try would have been disallowed, and he's missed with that conversion attempt. But a great finish from Ben Jones Bishop. Denny Solomona would have been proud of that one, and he's got a good record on this ground. He's scored semi-final tries for Leeds on this pitch, and he's scored for the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats, who've got off to a perfect start here. 12-0, far from perfect from Huddersfield. They really, from the word go, when Akuma Tai spilled that ball, it's just hasn't been their night, and they've been gifting opportunities, gifting territory to the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats. And this man is having a ball for Fita. Don't tell me he's going to go length of the field. Griggs, get out of the way.
Well, he's causing problems, isn't he? Whether he's turning up on the right or on the left. The forwards are certainly taking it to the Giants.
We're going to go. 3 move! Come on, back! Go! Good work.
Huddersfield on the ropes. Finn, Miller.
Okay.
Desperate defence, and Bill Tupu is stopped about 10 metres out. Johnston, Miller, Fafita. Brother Andrew was involved in Origin just the other day. Moore, bang in front of those posts. Another penalty. Crabtree deciding probably that 2 points is a price worth paying, maybe.
Yeah, well, they know that they're losing the battle around the play of the ball. Liam Finn just taking control, saying to the referee, yeah, we'll take the 2 points. But they're sucking the Giants in. They just cannot control the big juggernauts in the Wakefield jerseys.
All come off the back of an offload, didn't it, Tez? They're struggling to handle Fafita, of course, that goes without saying. They're struggling to handle the play of the ball. Here's the break from the big man, Jamie Ellis. You see him with his arms out, his shoulders out. He wants a bit of support and a bit of help. When you get a big man like that, running at halfbacks, running at players like Jamie Ellis, those players don't tend to like it. So the bodyguards, Simons, Akuma Tai, they need to step up, hunt from the inside and cut that bigger man down.
Meanwhile, Finn has kicked that penalty, extending Wakefield's lead to 14 points to 0.
Time to run.
Wakefield hoping for their first semi-final appearance in 8 years, and they're well on the way at the moment. Huddersfield have just got to compose themselves. They've got to stop this man making hay. Fafita.
Well, I was just weighing up, which side would you kick off to? Do you kick to that side? Do you kick it to Anthony England? Well, you've got to stop him sooner or later. And maybe the challenge was there, and maybe the embarrassment from some of the Huddersfield players. Yeah, let's kick it off to him and let's see if we can do that again.
More Ashurst. This time Ashurst can't get the pass away, and they'll hit back surely with Griggs. England is chasing him down, but Griggs, can he get it down? He has. I think Griggs has got that ball down.
I think so.
I don't know, Bill. Tom Johnson, he almost snatches it. Scott Griggs thinks he's put the ball down, and so does the referee, Gareth Hewitt. But my word, Tom Johnson, he nearly has him.
Tom Johnston came from nowhere there. He is a very quick player, but you've got to take your hats off to Anthony England.
Yeah, big effort. Well, Anthony England putting pressure from the inside, just forcing him down to the touch.
No knock on there, is there, from Jermaine McGilvray? It hits his body from Scott Griggs. The ball bounces up perfect. Let's have another look at it. He's dropped that ball. There's no touch. That's okay for me.
Well, Scott Griggs picks it up, looking to play outside and tip it onto a teammate in better field position. But have a little look at this effort here.
He's behind you.
This is a huge, huge effort from Tom Johnson.
Does he
look
get
at
it
the
down?
strength.
Yes. It's down. It's down.
Is it? Is
Yes.
it?
No.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes.
Do you know what? This is a quality player, this. Defence wins your games. He started off well, they forced the error. Huddersfield made a break. Did he ground this ball now?
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll accept your apology, lads. Thank you for that.
Excuse me.
No, I'll accept your
I
apology.
think the person who was most adamant about the fact that was a try is sitting to your left and is right. It is. It's a try for Scott Griggs, his first of the season. For phew, that was close. And if he had blown it, well, that would have just summed up Huddersfield's night so far. And Tom Johnston made a very good effort to try and deny Scott Griggs there, and he probably breathed a sigh of relief when that scoreboard screen showed that it was a try.
Yeah, well, playing at the line and trying to play outside for Huddersfield. And he just switched off. He just thinks, yeah, they got rid of Anthony England, but he doesn't expect Tom Johnson to come sneaky enough. Well, a huge, huge effort from his very talented winger. But let's give credit to Scott Griggs. He's given some life back into his teammates. And that just could be what they need. Andy Kelly, well, be a relieved man that his fullback scored that.
Well, it's the instinct of Scott Griggs. Once that ball is bobbling about, he takes the risk. He takes the gamble. The ball bounces up perfectly. And for what? 45, 50 metres, he's at top tilt. And then the last 5 metres, he lets it go.
Ellis with the conversion attempt. It's pushed across the face of the post. Well, Wakefield off to a great start. Bubble burst maybe with that try from Scott Griggs. And also some news of Reece Lynn. Here's Angela.
Thanks, Bill. Well, Reece Lynn, as you saw earlier on, took a bit of a hit in the face in the tackle and was taken off for a concussion test. The bad news for Wakefield is he's not passed that test, so he won't be playing again in this game. He's not in so much trouble that they're going to take him to hospital or check him up in that way, but he definitely won't come on again this game.
So, that's the first setback, or first couple of setbacks for Wakefield then. That's a penalty meanwhile.
Well, there's a penalty for Wakefield, and you feel that the front rowers and the engine room of Wakefield, having got through the first quarter, they might be rotated now. They've got young front rowers, Mason and Johnson, on the bench. I think they are going to come and try and generate that momentum, and they'll do it off the back of the penalties like that.
Here's Cudjoe. Well, the Giant supporters are feeling a bit happier about life after that Scott Griggs try. Once a Wakefield man, 46 appearances he made for the club just down the road, in actual fact. Here he is now with the pass. And Huddersfield looking to build then on that opportunity that came their way. Going down the short side. Connor plays the ball. Here's Tom Simon, Sam Rapira now. Rapira taking on Fafita, giving him a taste of his own medicine. That's the fifth tackle.
They need more of that, Bill.
Ellis. Griggs it is who puts the kick in. It's not a bad one. McGilvray is chasing, and in the end, Max Jarrett comes across and makes sure that ball goes dead.
If you win one play in rugby league, it's so much easier for your next tackle. When Scott Griggs goes at the line, he's got so much space, all because of the effort with Sam Rapira driving the ball in, not being dominated, plays the ball quick, and everything's on the front foot. You've got options, you've got shape out on the right edge, you've got some speedsters, but they need some points.
Wakefield with the scalps of Sheffield and Toulouse under their belts in the Cup. The only club to defeat Toulouse in 2016 at Wakefield. Challenge Cup quarter-final action on Saturday at 1:25 on Sky Sports 1. Hull FC against the Catalan Dragons, given their standings in the Super League table. That's a mouth-watering clash, and you can see it on Sky Sports on Saturday, 1:25 on Sky Sports 1 for that one. Here come the Giants again. They found a little bit of zip.
Getting some afters in defence as well. A couple of decent shots from Wakefield players.
Giants supporters appealing for a penalty there. Cudjoe. Here's Joe Wardle. Wardle pushed towards that corner again. A suspicion that Wakefield this time are pushing their luck. But Gareth Hewer, the referee, has them right back on their own try line. It's the last tackle this set of 6 as Ellis hoists the kick. McGilvray, he won't get to that one. Too strong.
Tom Johnson knew that as well. He set up on the left-hand side of the sticks, looking to get a one-on-one contest with McGilvray and Johnson, but just too much meat on that kick.
On the 10 metres.
They have enough decent field position, they'll score some points. They had a problem with Scott Grix in background, receiving some attention from the physio. Just waved him away.
It's the Giants try scorer. Meanwhile, Wakefield will have to bring the ball out from deep in their own half. Tom Simons, the former Manly man, making the tackle for the Giants, arriving just a couple of weeks ago on a 3.5-year deal from Manly. Here's Anthony England.
Hold, Sam, hold.
40 metres out in his own half. Huddersfield. Good defence from them, this set of 6. It's better, and Miller puts the kick in, and it's straight into the arms of Wardle.
It was a poor kick. A couple of players that were going sideways. They weren't as direct as the first 2 drives from the likes of Arona. Just chewing up those metres. Hinchcliffe gets out from dummy half. He's intelligent. Anytime there's a quick play of the ball, he's going to test those markers.
Some big collisions out there.
We are Jacob. Wait for the foot. Wait. Go.
Here's Brough. Brough back in action, slicing through the defence. And Jowett makes the tackle, but has Connor got that ball down in the corner? It's another video ref decision. Somehow Brough, just back on the field, smuggled that ball away, and Connor has come up with another piece of great finishing.
Well, the inspired Danny Brough gets an offload to Jake Connor. My initial thought and my instinct was he didn't get it down, but let's have a look in slow motion. It looks good so far, looks good. No, that's a try. Anything you can do, I can do better, Ben Jones-Bishop.
Aren't they amazing acrobats in rugby league? They know where the try line is, they know where the sideline is. And look, the leap into the earth, to keep the legs high in the earth, knowing that an opposition defender's going to come across and try and get it out the field of play. Big finish.
And Huddersfield hitting back with another try, and Jake Connor, second game on the wing, Aaron Murphy on the bench, and Connor gets his first Challenge Cup try of the year, his 10th all told of the season.
Well, sometimes you just need to back yourself when you're running out of space. But Danny Brough, when he goes through this gap, he's got players inside and out, and that just goes to show that if he has all those options, he will create space. As soon as he gets the ball, he has it in 2 hands, he runs at defenders, and he targets some of the bigger men who just stop and they stay planted. That's good play, good offload, controlled offload to that man Jake Connor. He come up with a tremendous finish.
So the conversion from wide out from Brough is wide of the target. But Huddersfield have cut the deficit. Giants 8, Wakefield 14 now the scoreline.
Well, Michael Lawrence, he creates a little bit of hesitation in the Wakefield defence. Danny Brough shows it on the inside, runs with the ball in 2 hands, and there's some space somewhere, and Jake Connor, he manages in the 6 inches that he has available to get the ball down.
Here come Huddersfield once more.
Scott! Come on back. Hold it, hold.
So they have responded after a shaky start.
2. Move, Matt. Hold.
And we've got a game on here. Place in the semi-finals up for grabs.
3. Release.
Cudjoe plays the ball. Hinchcliffe, who missed last week's game against Salford, back in action. Brough avoids the tackle, gets the pass away, it reaches Connor. Connor, muscular, cuts in field, then heads back outfield, and that ball's been stolen, says the referee.
Well, it was lovely shake from Huddersfield. Danny Brough almost gets cut off, and the scrappy loose offload goes to Jake Connor. And as the Wakefield defenders are taking him to ground, you can just see the guilty party. He just pulls the ball away. 10 cheap, easy meters for the Giants.
Time went so fast while Danny Brough was in the sin bin.
Stand 1. Go.
And he was back out before you knew it. Here's Sam Rapira. There is Brough. Here is Akuma Tai. Takes some stopping. The Wildcats managed to do that, but Rapira can't be stopped. Rapira is stopped but gets the pass away. Simons it was, tackled just in front of those posts. Brough toying with the defenders. Wardle gets the pass to Connor. Connor somehow clings onto it.
4. Movement.
Wakefield back on their own try line. They're going down the short side with Wardle, but Wardle is held up and pushed into touch. Good defence from the Wildcats. Penalty, says the referee.
Yeah, dragging him into touch. It's just the last play. Everything was okay. It goes short side. Liam Finn's there, and you can just see Walton just dragging him over the touchline. I think if he doesn't drag him there, he could have ended up over there anyway, with the force from the inside players.
Here's Nathan Mason, another of these very good young players the Giants are bringing through. Brough, Ellis, Akuma Tai.
Second is short.
He's just short. He somehow managed to keep going there, and is just inches short of that try line. Hinchcliffe buys himself a bit of space to get the pass away. Ellis going across the field. Oh, great shot from Jason Walton.
He turned sideways looking for someone to cut back underneath. Nobody did that. Easy target.
And Walton stopped him in his tracks. Tom Simons now.
Hell 4. Scott, hands out. Hold. Go.
Mikey Seo manages to stop his progress. Brough puts a little kick in. Bricks looking for his second try, and Jowett comes across and does that very well.
Good stuff from Huddersfield now. They're starting to dictate the pace of the game.
Matty, make sure to get
through impulse from Brough and Ellis. Unfortunately, Ellis, when he was running across, he caught one for his troubles, but Danny Brough puts it into the in goal. Max Jowett has no option but to kick it off the island.
Well, we're talking about Brough and Ellis. Ellis takes one there off Walton. But we're talking about the halves, because all of a sudden in the last 10 minutes they're playing off power. The forwards are going forward. Sam Rapira, Akuma Tai, they're all hitting real good lines, going forward strongly. The introduction from the bench from Nathan Mason just continues on the work from the early platform that was laid.
Okay.
Here's Sam Rapira now. Very quick feet. Sam Rapira gets up a fair bit of pace over a short distance.
And he has a good quick play. The ball does a lot of the little things really well. Sam Rapira.
Brough. Ellis. Ball over the top to McGilvray. McGilvray comes back in field. Giants fans didn't like the tackle on their man. Nathan Mason, 10 metres out.
Onside. Wait, Scott. Go.
Plays the ball on Hinchcliffe. Ellis, good defence.
Wait.
So it was, down low. Brough looks slightly forward. Oh, good defence.
Held up.
Simons is held up, says the referee.
Well, they do well to get the
held up top.
Look at the numbers. 1, 2, 3,
Was he held
4
up?
defenders. Yeah, Jowett first of all stops him from getting the ball down, and Ben Jones-Bishop over the top. But Huddersfield are hitting those lead runners all the time. Maybe they're going to start opening up soon. Hit the man out the back.
Ellis
5 release.
thought he'd seen a gap. That's the 5th tackle.
Hold. Go.
Hinchcliffe quickly there to relieve Akumatai of the duties. Kick comes in and well claimed by Liam Finn, despite Tom Simon's attentions.
Well, he was under pressure, the half-back so close to his line. A couple of tough carries here now is needed from Wakefield.
It could have been pink for tackling Liam Finn in the air. As it is, Wakefield having to work hard away from their own line.
Walton plays the ball.
Come on, work on the 10.
Kafita's obviously having a breather after his whirlwind start to this game, and they've lost just a little bit of their momentum of the Wildcats, looking to regain that with Scott Anderson now.
They need a good kick here now from Jacob Miller, who's putting the pressure.
And it's straight into the arms of Wardle.
It was good play from Huddersfield at the back. In the back three, both wingers had dropped back along with Griggs. There was no space that could be found then. Jermaine McIlvray, another strong carry.
Huddersfield dominating possession at the moment. Wardle is tackled. Kyle Wood is on. Here is Wardle once again.
Back inside.
Arona makes the tackle on him. Ellis changes direction. Lawrence.
5. Marty, release.
Arona again doing the tackling for Wakefield. About 10 metres out. Bruff puts the kick in. There were men offside there, but Ben Jones-Bishop claims it. No, he doesn't. Walton claims it. And he finds Jones-Bishop now then. Has he got the pace of old Bruff with the tackle?
Move, Danny.
From villain to hero.
Yeah, well, that could have been a certain try. That Walton giving it to the quicker man, but Danny Bruff was the man there to prevent that try. Then Ben Jones-Bishop in the clear. But there's a penalty belt. They can't get back because of that break. Huddersfield can't get back and set those 10 metres along with the referee. You can just see him there, just trying to get back. They hadn't made it. And then Scott Moore, well, he takes it, but this is a great take.
Time off.
Walton clashes with his teammate Ben Jones-Bishop. He stays nice and composed, gives it to the man who's quicker than him.
Look at the work he does, Danny Bruff. Probably 2 or 3 players before he gets to tackle the bloke with the ball. There's an injury in back play at Worringley for Huddersfield. For Joe Wardle, he started this game in the left centre. He was over on the right edge. Looks like he's leaving the field at the minute. Because of Tom Simons coming into the team, it pushes Joe Wardle out a little bit. I'd like to see him a bit closer to the action, mate. He's developed into a really good forward. He looks in a bit of strife, bit of trouble.
Wardle being linked with an NRL move.
With me, Tom Hall.
Aaron Murphy coming on. Murphy, once of Wakefield's, another one of those ex-Wakefield contingent in this Giants camp. It's a mess at the play the ball, and it's a knock-on. Walton is furious with that decision from the referee, but he's only got himself to blame, I think.
Yeah, well, approaching half-time. You want to make sure that you finish off well, and Aaron Murphy.
Wasn't that a little bit sneaky?
Well, Walton's there, and he gets up, and he's in control of the ball. Yeah. Does he make a play for it? Is he trying to get up, trying to roll out the way?
I think they'll go either way.
I think he's unlucky though.
Yeah. You can make a case for it being Huddersfield's ball, likewise for Wakefield.
Well, it's Huddersfield's ball, and it was Aaron Murphy who was involved, and it's Murphy who's involved now.
2, move, Scott! Come on back, let Chris go.
Here's a Kumatai, and leaves Miller reeling with that charge. Cudjoe.
3rd, Bill, release! Hold, go.
Coming up to the last 5 minutes of this first 40 here at the John Smith Stadium, and it's been a lively 40 minutes of the quarter-final.
Release! Hold,
with Wakefield certainly having the better of the first quarter, but Huddersfield have come back strongly. Jowett fields the ball for the Wildcats.
Well, they played well, Wakefield. I think they were many people's favourites going into this game. Huddersfield to just turn up with all that's gone on in the club, and up against the Wakefield side, coached by Chris Chester.
Wait here, wait.
Only man on the pitch, actually, who's won a Challenge Cup final, Danny Bruffy. He played alongside Chris Chester in 2005 for Hull FC.
Side, release! Hold the line, Leroy.
They've got some good ties together, those two lads.
Go.
Here's Arona, and that's a high tackle on General Arona. So Tom Simons.
It's the footwork in it.
Footwork at the line.
Yeah, he shapes to pass it. Has lovely balance. A lot of these players, although they give a little bit in size, Tom Simon ends up, he's lunging at the Wakefield forward. Acknowledges his mistake.
Alright, got an improve. First release. One back hold. Go.
Bill Tupu plays the ball.
2. Clearly on.
Good defence from Leroy. Good drop.
Miller, Finn.
Third, Josh, release.
Bang in the middle of the field. Wakefield.
Go.
3 tackles gone. And that's another high tackle. They're getting up the field, courtesy of this Huddersfield indiscipline.
Yeah, well, Josh Johnson, again, it's the change of direction. Malloy coming back at the ruck. Jacob Miller standing behind the play of the ball, organising his troops, telling him where he wants them to come. Just keep sucking in these big giants forwards, and maybe we'll get something out wide.
The captain has left
I'm
the
doing about
pitch,
2 high tackles
so
there on the belt end. Go on, have a word with them. Got to get them down.
Gareth Hewer has to ask Jermaine McGilvray to come all the way from the wing to listen to a sentence, to then go all the way back to the wing and try and tell 2 or 3 people on the way back, otherwise he's out of position. Pointless.
Does the message ever actually get passed on?
No, it doesn't. But it slows the game down and probably draws the players' attention to what's going on.
Well, what's going on now is a Wakefield attack, looking to finish this half as they started. They're about 8 metres out, attacking that end of the ground, populated by the Wildcat supporters. More. Miller's seen a gap, but the door is slammed in his face by the Wildcats defenders. It's a good job Akumatai made the tackle. Seal plays the ball. It bounces up, and Finn patiently waits for it, but then passes it casually, and it's picked up by the Giants.
They go the long side, the options were on the short side, then they had the numbers. Huddersfield, they were caught all out then. But they go that short side, they'd already preempted what they were going to do. Looking at setting Jowett free, who was out the back from Liam Finn. It's now Wakefield look to turn up the pressure.
Oh, another penalty.
Yeah, Bill, they were looking to turn up that pressure, defending really tightly, getting off the line as quick as they can, trying to take that momentum away from some of the forwards, trying to get them out of trouble. And look at this from the penalty. Wakefield are now close to the line, just 20 metres now.
20 metres out. Couple of minutes of this first half left, and an opportunity for the Giants to end with a try-scoring opportunity. Perhaps it's with Nathan Mason.
Release. Spot on the goal line. Wait.
Mason is tackled a couple of metres out. Ellis now. Akumatai trying to spin. Wakefield defenders gathering round him.
He was looking for Scott Griggs on the turn-up then. Akumatai.
Griggs it is who gets the pass away. Ellis puts a little grubber kick in, and once again Jowett opts for safety first, and there'll be a goal line dropout.
Well weighted kick here from Ellis, looking for Tom Simons, who's coming back behind the sticks. Again, good build-up play from Huddersfield, and the key ingredient for them in this last 20 minutes of the first half is just running hard. Andy Kelly played under Andy for Ireland, wears his heart on his sleeve, gives you a simple game plan, what he wants you to execute, and it's all about the basics and making sure you're running harder at the man who's willing to tackle you.
Nathan Mason's running hard at the man at the moment. And here's Akumatai now. Bill Tupu makes the tackle. So does Matty Ashurst to assist him. Ellis, Brough now, Simons, that's good defence from Liam Finn. And Finn stops the big Australian forward. That ball bobbles. It's picked up. Akumatai, the referee's wiped the tackle count clean. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here is Ellis now. Mason once more. Wakefield looking to preserve this 14-8 lead as the clock counts down towards the end of the first half. Brough the ball out wide to Connor, and is that another fantastic finish? We've seen two already. Gareth Ewer isn't sure about this one. Well, how could he be? No try this time.
Yeah, it'd be a miracle. It'd be a miracle if Jake Connor gets this ball down. His first one was excellent. Does he get this? I feel that he goes for it. He gives himself the opportunity. Has a good grip on the ball. He sees Walton coming across. He gives himself every chance. Look at that body position.
Oh, so close.
Oh. I'd love to see a side angle of this one. That is unbelievable. Look at his body angle to look at where this ball lands.
This is a really hard call for video ref Ben Thaler. What does he do with this one?
Well, the belly of the ball to me looks like it's in the field of play. From the other angle behind the sticks, it looks like the tip of the ball, or the top end of the ball, touches the white line. At this angle here, Bill, as he's still focusing on getting that ball down, that point there, that looks like a try. To the right-hand side of the ball, it's not touching the sideline because of the way that the ball's shaped, but the actual belly, the top of the ball, looks like it's touching the try line.
I think that's made contact with the touch line, don't you?
Well, it's gone upstairs as a no try, so I don't think this will be awarded.
But what an effort! What an effort that was from Jake Connor. Denied his second try of this first half, but it was so close.
Tremendous. These wingers in Super League entertain us every week.
Well, that is the last drama of a lively first 40 minutes, and Chris Chester relieved that Jake Connor didn't claim his second try of the first 40 minutes. The first period of the game belonging to Wakefield. Huddersfield coming back strongly, set up nicely for the second half, with the Wildcats leading 14-8 at the break.
Is an NRL contract. The prize here at the John Smith Stadium is a place in the 2016 Challenge Cup semi-final draw. At half-time is the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats leading 14 points to 8 against the Huddersfield Giants. Your commentary team, Barry McDermott, Terry O'Connor, but first, over to you, Bill Arthur.
Gareth Ewer ready to get the second half underway at the John Smith Stadium, and it's Wakefield who'll receive the ball from the restart on the Wakefield side, who are leading by 14 points to 8 and looking to recapture the authority they had in this game in the early stages when Huddersfield were at 6s and 7s. The Giants regrouping. A place in the semi-finals on offer to the winner of this one, the first of the weekend's quarter-finals in the Ladbrokes Challenge Cup.
Nathan, release!
They had a fabulous start in that first half. Scored the opening 2 tries, made 5 breaks. Fafita, they looked a better team when Fafita was on. He just made 7 tackles. So there was not much energy that was gone out of the tank. Liam Finn with a short kick.
Finn hoists that one. Oh, and it's bundled forwards. And the referee will bring him back.
Well, Jake Connor didn't look comfortable when he comes forward for this ball. Liam Finn doesn't go for distance, he puts it high in the air. As it goes high in the air, Jake Connor sprints forward. He's not confident. He thought that Danny Brough was going to go for it first of all. There's a clash with Ben Jones-Bishop. He still stays down. And whether it's his hip that hits his head or when he goes down on the ground, he just seems to be wincing in some pain here with the physio.
They've already lost Reece Lynn to an injury. Jake Connor operating on the wing, and he's a big figure.
Well, 2 mistakes from Huddersfield in the early stages of either half now. You can see when he goes for that ball,
tackled in the air.
Comes off his right arm, goes forward. And Ben Jones-Bishop in the wars, prevented from scoring a try in the latter stages of the first half.
Ends up being a penalty to the Giants. So they have possession on the halfway line.
Release Scott! Back of your hole, it's Scott Way. Go.
It's with Kyle Wood now. Here's Tom Simons.
To John Move!
27-year-old second rower, playing just his second game for his new club. What an important game it is. Oh, Ellis can't take that pass. And that's exactly the way Huddersfield started the game, making mistakes like that.
I agree with you. They can't afford to squander chances like that. There's nothing wrong with it, although the line that Jamie Ellis is running is always reaching for that ball, and whenever you stick one hand out for a ball that's in front of you, you're tempting fate. And Andy Kelly, I'm sure when we get the half-time messages, they will be about attention to detail and doing the little stuff properly.
Jacob, let's go.
Well, they had the majority of the play. The ball's close to Wakefield's line. That all came about in the last 20 minutes. Huddersfield playing off the 50, splitting the half-backs. But they need to keep hold of the ball.
Ashurst, he must have heard you, because he didn't.
Yeah, I was on about the other team then.
Well, Jamie Ellis, fair play to him. He's involved in that tackle.
It's a Kumatai, isn't it?
Added the considerable weight of a Kumatai, but I'm trying to give the lad credit.
Chance to get some half-time news. Let's go downstairs and hear from Angela.
Yes, thanks, Bill. Andy Kelly was saying that he wants his team to win the ruck early. He reckons they're back in this game with regard to the energy battle, but if they win the ruck defensively, they'll make it easier for them to control the speed of this game. In offence, he wants them to be more disciplined and use those last plays more effectively with good ball. Joe Wardle, though, the bad news for them is he won't be coming back on. He's a problem with his knee. It was off the ball, and it looks like he might have to go for a scan, but he won't play this second half. Now, for Chris Chester's side, it really is a message of back to basics for Wakefield. The main message being complete the sets of 6. Chris Chester was happy with the way they started that first half, but too many errors and a lot of discipline that hurt them.
We're going to have to interrupt you because Tom Johnston's got that ball and they won't catch him. He's the quickest man on the field, Adventure, and he's going to go in under the posts. He snapped that interception up. The looping pass. And Johnston, who is a lanky winger, snatched that one out of the air. And just as the first half started for the Giants, so does the second half. They are masters of their own downfall in this game, inviting Tom Johnston to show his pace. And Andy Kelly can only look at another blunder by this Giants side.
Well, let's deal with Huddersfield in a minute. Let's just marvel at the speed of this player. I think we're going to be talking about him for a long, long time to come. Michael Lawrence, he's trying to catch him. He gets nowhere near him. He only needs a flux capacitor, and he's back in 1955. He's that quick. Jamie Ellis, pass it on to Scott Griggs, who gives a loose, lazy pass to Tom Johnson, who finishes in style. All coming off the back of the mistakes. And again, slack, loose from Huddersfield. Too simple if you're a Giants fan.
Tom Johnston with the try. Liam Finn surely with the conversion to extend this Wakefield lead. And what a talent this German-born winger is. He got 4 tries in the cup win against Toulouse earlier in the competition. He got 2 tries against the Huddersfield Giants on Good Friday, and he's got a gift of a try here tonight.
Well, he's a big, powerful winger, isn't he? And do you know what? He backs himself as well for speed. Normally when players come up with the ball, they pluck it out the air, they'll hug the touchline because they'll say, right, I've got rid of my man, but there is going to be some other people trying to cut me down. He's that confident that he'll get to the try line. He goes straight centre field and goes for the sticks.
Oh, the charge upfield through some wafer-thin defence. And so Huddersfield are looking frail, and here's Johnston. He fancies another one this time. McGilvray cuts him down.
A great run from Anderson. Now look at them all flooding forward. Jacob Miller bouncing around organising, goes short side.
Fourth. Release.
Huddersfield
Line.
are on the ropes at the moment, defending desperately. Wakefield have hit them early on here, but that ball's been spilled in the tackle, and they'll get it back.
Yeah, Tom Simons will stand up and take a ball when you're under pressure. You're trying to defend, you're trying to slow some rucks down. Someone needs to come in, hit the ball. He certainly did that. Jacob Miller trying to just look for that gap, isolate a couple of players. And look at this from Anderson, straight from the kick-off, right foot step, goes through a weak tackle from the bigger Kumatai, thinks about giving the ball to Jacob Miller, and then says, nope, I'll get down, I'll play it as quick as I can.
Liam, move! First, wait.
So Huddersfield again have to regroup. They trail by 20 points to 8.
Second, release, Scott! Hold.
And at the moment they are going out of the Challenge Cup. And Wakefield are looking to progress.
I'm going to roll a hold, wait. Go.
Wakefield have already beaten Huddersfield twice this season. That 10-2 grind a couple of weeks ago, which almost sent Wayne Bennett to sleep. And a spicy Good Friday win, 36-22, when Mikel Simon and Lan Patrick, neither of whom are playing tonight, were sin bin for fighting in that one.
5, 3, John, hold.
Well, viewers might be interested to know that Wayne Bennett, upon watching the games of Super League, had some pretty scathing feedback for the players and the chief execs. Made his thoughts known, asked for some cooperation from the clubs to upskill the players, deal with the deficiencies in the game that he thought, and hopefully if the players and the clubs, they buy into it, there might be some rewards both in terms of Super League and international.
Here is Ben Jones-Bishop, recovered from that knock, scorer of a first half try for the Wildcats. Now it's with John Malloy. Began his career with Huddersfield, Malloy did.
5, clear rook, go.
Scott Moore now, Moore, he's had acres of time there. Finn very quickly on, good work from him, good work from, whoa, Ben Jones-Bishop, it was a good pass from Walton. Well, he got the ball away quickly, and then a collision
Last tackle, hand over.
between Jake Connor and Ben Jones-Bishop.
Sorry, Bill. He goes from dummy half, Scott Moore. You see the ball shifted out to the right side. The space was on the left. There was 4 players along with Scott Moore. If Scott Moore goes straight, picks up the ball, he's only got, I think, 2 defenders to attack. So with him it's 5 on 2, so surely that would have been the side to go at. You've got a couple of defenders who just can't get up. They're trapped on the floor, and Sam Rapira now comes back onto the pitch for the Giants to give them a big boost.
First release, Scott! Come back. Let's have a response on the 10.
Kyle Woods, Ellis now, Lawrence. Once again, Huddersfield have to regroup.
Wait, go.
Here's Sam Rapira.
Talking about Huddersfield, there's over half an hour left in this game and there's only 12 points difference. It's not an insurmountable number tally, but what they can't do is they can't keep throwing the ball on the floor, they can't keep not completing sets. They have to ask more questions when they've got the ball.
Here's Aaron Murphy. That news from the sidelines that Joe Wardle won't be returning means Aaron Murphy will have a part to play. Brough kicks crossfield, looking for McGilvray. The ball's batted back. Akumatai gathers it, puts a kick in. It's not going to be much use to Jermaine McGilvray.
Did I hear the referee just say it's Huddersfield's head and feet?
Here are lads on the 20, fellas. In on the 20. Time off.
The ball comes back.
Let's get on the mark. 2 men from there. There's the mark.
No, it's Wakefield's head and feet. My apologies. It's play on until that point. The ball gets kicked off.
No, we can't change it to scrum, Jacob. Let's get the scrum away first.
Akumatai's kick then.
Hold the line. Let's
Jacob
go.
Miller
Time
will
off.
feed the scrum.
Out.
Wakefield now, they're in front on the scoreboard, but they just can't defend that lead. Win a penalty, there's some urgency.
Hold him now.
from Huddersfield. There's some fight to get up, clear that ball. That's the focal point of the game. All the defenders try and control the play of the ball to give the teammates some space and help to get back and reset, organise the defensive line. Andy Kelly will be sending down the message. Let's just tidy those little areas up. We'll score points like we did in the first half, but we need to be clean. Here's the big man again.
Fafita's back on.
Kyle, hands out! Hold, go!
Scorer of the opening try of the game, David Fafita. Surely Huddersfield aren't going to allow him to run with quite so much freedom in the second half. Miller, Jowett, weaving run from the Wakefield full-back. Here's Scott Moore. Good work at the play the ball to deny him any progress. Tupu, 10 metres out. That's the 5th tackle. Beg your pardon. It's Arona who plays the ball, and the kick is fielded, and Huddersfield diffuse the danger.
Well, a perfect attacking set from Wakefield with a quality kick at the end of it, asking Huddersfield to come 90 metres to get any points. And when Andy Kelly talked about winning the ruck, winning the floor, it's playing the ball quicker than your opponents. Michael Lawrence gets the benefit of Jake Connor winning the ruck on that occasion.
He's a good player going forward for Fafita, but Huddersfield, I think, have spotted him. Have a look, he's getting back tight to the play of the ball on the left side. Jermaine McGilvray sees him, goes straight at him. He's a static defender, he's got to make sure he gets up quicker. With the ball going forward, he's very good. Have they found touch here?
Oh, Bruff has failed to find touch, and Johnston leapt to touch it back in field, and Wakefield have got possession back.
Well, it was all about distance, it wasn't about safety, that kick. Get us some field position. Here goes Fafita again. That's what I mean, Bill. He looks so much going forward. He's really good. You can't stop him. Just test him out defensively, though. Take some energy away from him.
Malloy stopped in his tracks. Murphy it was with the tackle. Finn. Anakin off the bench.
Release, Errol. For me, Kyle, hold the line. Go.
Scott Moore, Miller, Ashurst. He's tackled about 12 metres out.
Michael inside. Go.
On the last, and Miller manages to put a kick in. Finn was chasing him. What was going on there? It's come off the referee. And has Fafita got a second try?
We'll sort this one out. Earl Crabtree, I wonder when we take a look, we might see Earl Crabtree just clock off, and the gap and the space opens for Jacob Miller. He puts the kick in, and then it's do your best. Sort that one out, Gareth Hugh and Ben Thaler.
Well, Jacob Miller is put under pressure here from Lawrence, and he still manages to get this kick away. We're looking at Fafita. Is he onside? Liam Finn, the number 7, to the right-hand side of the stick. Well, he's onside. From that angle, his right foot looks like he's
shinned it.
He's in front of the ball.
He shinned it when he's kicked it.
Still does well to get the kick away. But is Big David Fafita onside on this kick? Well, there's a mistake. Clear-cut mistake from Danny Bruff. He's having a look at the big fella. He's having a look, thinking, oh no, I've got to get rid of him. Looks to get across the sticks. The ball comes off the referee. I don't think this will be awarded.
I think Ben Thaler has managed to sort that out. Fafita denied, and it would have been a bizarre try, in keeping though with the way things have gone for Huddersfield here tonight.
Well, because it hits the referee, that's the reason the try is not awarded. And then obviously Wakefield, they get the ball at the scrum, and Chris Chester, that's one of those things in a game you don't see it too many times.
Affected player. Yeah,
no.
it's me, yeah.
but they still go back to the scrum, and Wakefield get the head and feed because of the mistake from Danny Brough.
At the point it touches the ref, that's it, it stops. Everything else is null and void after that. So the knock-on, you're quite correct, Tez. The knock-on from Danny Brough is the ruling and the reason Wakefield get head and feed.
Well, can they profit this time?
First movement! On the line, where Jimmy.
Really convincing, McDermott, isn't he? Extraordinary. Scott Moore! Scott Moore is denied.
He just agrees with me.
Wait, go.
Wakefield pressing again, looking to extend their lead. Chris Anakin into the side, because remember there's no Kermond, Mikel Simon, or Nick Scruton, Anthony Tupou as well. Jowett gets the pass away of sorts, and Wakefield keep it alive. Tupou comes infield.
Hold it, go Michael.
Here's Finn for Fafita again, not a second try. David Fafita has got his second try of the game. He waits all his NRL career for one to come along, and nothing happens. He makes his Challenge Cup debut and gets two. And it's his birthday next week. What a celebration, what a smile on the face of the Wildcats' new recruits. Former Cronulla Shark, they're having a great season. Well, David Fafita's having a great cup tie.
Wakefield Wildcats are having a great season. There's a huge following at the other end of the pitch where this try is scored. If he'd scored a few seconds earlier, he's on hand to get his big pit and more on that, but unfortunately, because it hits the referee, it's not counted. And Liam Finn digs the ball back inside, and he has enough strength to get the ball over. And the Huddersfield line is honest. You see Earl Crabtree just lunging at the legs of the big fella. Earl Crabtree trying to make up all that space. And Wakefield in pole position now. 24 points to 8, kick to come.
Finn will surely add 2 more points, and Wakefield look as though they are heading for the semi-finals of the Challenge Cup. And Huddersfield, well, there's still time, put it that way.
Well, all eyes are on the ball carriers. Closer to the line, Liam Finn goes at line. Ryan Hinchcliffe bites in to Finn, leaves that space for the big man to go through. And boy, mustn't it have been a big space. Fafita, he's having a field day in Super League.
And he's already a massive hero with those Wakefield fans behind the posts. But Wakefield haven't dealt with that restart, and Huddersfield have it back. Still plenty of time for the Giants to mount a fight back. Fafita, oh, his tail's up there, and Jake Connor's going after him.
Well, he's full of spirit now, isn't he? He thinks he can do anything.
We might get to see if he can. Here's Sam Rapira with the right response. Crabtree's the dummy runner. Here's Ellis, Griggs, Cudjoe, and they're in the corner. McGilvray gets the right response from the Giants, and immediately they hit back. And Cherry McGilvray gets his 15th try of this season.
Law came about from the short kick-off. Danny Brough, he takes it to the line. Ellis and Griggs, they're the spine of the team. And it just takes somebody to straighten it up. And it's the wingman in space, straightens it up. Leroy Cudjoe gives his winger plenty of opportunity with a nice soft hands. Draws Tom Johnson, who we've already seen score a try. On Wakefield, they get back on the scoreboard.
And if Danny Brough could land this from the sidelines, that'd be a massive bonus for the Giants, but he hasn't got his kicking boots laced up right tonight, Danny Brough. But Jermaine McGilvray, just a little quiet patch for him in recent weeks. That's his first try in 4.
Well, Brough and Ellis do the damage. They go at the line, they pull the defenders up, and then Scott Griggs, when he gets it, he doesn't take any steps, gives that early ball to Leroy Cudjoe, who gives the soft hands to Jermaine McGilvray, and that man wasn't going to be denied. So close to the try line.
So the Giants coming up with the right response. They're not without hope in this game, certainly not as long as Sam Rapira is out there, because he's ran with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of vigour.
Well, in tough times you look to some of your tougher players, your players who've been there, done that, and the likes of Akuma Tai, Sam Rapira, Earl Crabtree. They've got them that experience. They're trying to lead from the front and giving this man something to play off Danny Brough.
40 metres out in their own half as Hinchcliffe plays the ball, and Ellis has gone for a 40-20. Hasn't quite got the angle, and Jowett goes back, but look at that chase.
Outstanding chase.
That is a great chase.
Outstanding chase, and you're right, they did go for the 40-20. The big plays like that will cast great rewards, but it's the reaction of the chase team and ultimately the attitude to make that tackle that could get the Giants the reward.
Look at the speed of that line. There's absolutely nowhere to go if you're a Wakefield player here.
Is Walton running with purpose. Mickey Seo gets the pass away, and Bill Tupu is tackled. So Finn will get him out of trouble with a good deep kick, but a great take from Jake Connor.
And this is the reward for Connor. Well, he catches the ball, does all the hard work, and then he gets the ball to Griggs. It was a poor pass. All that hard work in defence now was just let Wakefield just get up here.
Well, we're just approaching the last quarter as we see that sloppy pass from Jake Connor. And the tactical kicking battle that I thought might come out in the first couple of minutes looks like it's arrived an hour late.
Here's Cudjoe.
Movement! Red David, wait.
Coming up to the final quarter then. Ellis, Brough, Griggs, on to Connor. Connor tackled by Walton. It's the fifth tackle, and Connor just getting to his feet slowly there as Brough hoists the kick. Johnston is underneath that. They don't want to give this guy any broken field, and they don't, because it's a good follow-up tackle from Michael Lawrence. Well, who else? Because he is the Giants' top tackler.
Yeah, he certainly does put himself around Michael Lawrence. Huddersfield have got all the playmakers out now, with Griggs, Brough, Ellis, Hinchcliffe, Kyle Wood. So the job now down to the forwards, the dominant forwards for the Giants that we saw in the first half, or the back end of the first half. Can they come up with it in the final quarter of this game?
4 tackles gone. Here is Fafita, and Fafita, well taken by Bill Tupu. That was right down by his toes from Fafita. And Miller puts a little kick in, it's a good one, and Griggs tight to the touchline and finds Miller's made the follow-up.
Well, not only is Fafita he's a big body and he's a difficult player to stop, he's now got players pushing up with him because they're expecting that offload, which means defenders have to account for the players pushing up. The big fella's having a tremendous game as he's guilty of getting himself all tangled up with Jermaine McGilvray.
He comes up with a decent tackle here. He chases hard on McGilvray. Knows that when he goes in behind dummy half, he's not going to pass, he's a runner. Has a little word in his ear as McGilvray tries to get up. You know, that penalty, was it a harsh penalty? I know he's trying to get up and play the ball, but he's got out better control on that ball.
Ellis for Crabtree.
Move!
This is the first of our Challenge Cup quarterfinals on Sky Sports. Big game, well, this is a big game, but Hull FC against Catalan, that's a mouth-watering prospect, and that's on Saturday, 1:25, Sky Sports 1 for FC against the Dragons. Here is Akuma Tai, Finn makes the tackle. Jason Walton there to assist. Here's Sam Rapira. Hinchcliffe was there in support. Rapira gets the pass away to Griggs. They've got the numbers here. Oh, and then Lawrence gets the pass and the tackle at the same time. And another slip from the Giants.
Well, every time Sam Rapira gets the ball, he runs as though he's going to bust through the line. And because of those little efforts like that, he gets the offload away. They look to play, they look to get it to the right edge, and Michael Lawrence, well, just losing that ball. But really impressed with this. Look, aggressive run, hits and spins. He knows that there's going to be some teammates near him, so close to the opponent's line. This is where you get excited about rugby. You want to play, you want to attack, you want to ask different questions of the defensive line.
Jacob, here's the ball, mate.
So Wakefield head and feed. They lead by 26 points to 12.
Right, heads in. Hold the line.
And
time on.
They are on course for
back weight.
what by recent standards would be a great season for them. They look on course for a top 8 finish. And now they look on course for the Challenge Cup semi-finals, unless Huddersfield can just put it together for a long spell. We've seen just flashes of the Giants, and then they go back into the shell, or then they come up with the error.
It was probably the last 20 minutes. It's been their best patch in this game of the first half. Forced 3 goal line dropouts. The majority of the players were close to Wakefield's line, but in patches, I totally agree with you. Well, they can play, they look so skillful, so quick.
But the risk is there that we're detracting from what Wakefield have done, and you can't do that.
Since round 8, since Chris Chester's come in, they've been absolutely one of the success stories, haven't they?
And during the period, recent times where they've been losing and perhaps not getting the victories, Chris Chester has said on record that he's really happy where the team are. He's really happy where the self-belief of the players that are taking the pitch are. And sometimes you get the results, sometimes you don't. But if you continue to do the right things consistently, the results will look after themselves.
Well, Chris Chester, what about him? I know Wakefield fans will start to think of this. Going to Wembley for 2 years running. Last year with Hull Kingston Rovers, okay, it was a painful
he'll want a better
visit to Wembley.
He'll want a better performance if they get there.
Well, plenty of time to go before they can think about that. There's the prospect of Huddersfield finding a way back into this game, and they've got the talent out there to do it. That's for sure.
Liam, hand out. Go.
That's the 5th tackle. 1979 the last time Wakefield got to Wembley. Johnston is underneath that high kick. Ellis makes the follow-up tackle, and then there's a penalty. Not sure.
Well, Leroy Cudjoe thinks that tackle is incomplete because the player is still standing. The ball goes up, Jamie Ellis falls over, Tom Johnson is still in contact with him, and Leroy Cudjoe, perhaps you can forgive him for thinking Tom Johnson might stand up at this point and run off, but as you can see clearly, the ball carrying arm hits the floor.
So a Wakefield penalty allows them to ease the pressure. 15 minutes to go. Wakefield on course then for the semi-finals. Huddersfield on course for a middle 8's battle. And who would have anticipated that?
Edel, come on with me. 2. It's okay. It's okay.
Likewise Leeds, who Huddersfield eliminated. Player down.
Yeah, Anthony England, as he hits his head on the ground when he's turned over.
Yeah, just have it.
Well, there's 4 players in, spinning round. There's nothing wrong with that.
The tipped tackle is a dangerous one at best, but you can see all 4 players are conscious that they've got the Wakefield player Anthony England with both feet off the floor. They don't guide him to the floor, but by the same token they're not slamming him into the ground as well.
Wakefield advancing up the field.
Come on, Ryan, hold the line.
Andy Kelly, well, he's got a lot on his plate with happenings at Huddersfield. He's got a lot on his plate in a couple of weeks' time when he takes part in the Windermere Triathlon. on July the 3rd, his first ever triathlon. So good luck to him with that. I know he's been training really hard.
Jeremy, 10 metres.
My word, he's lost about 5 stone, the big fella.
He's in great shape as the kick comes in, and it's a tricky one for Griggs. What a kick that was from Miller.
Goal line drop out.
Well, they're getting the bounce of the ball, aren't they? But again, I just love the way that they're playing. Jacob Miller goes short side, and look at the numbers. There's 4 players that are putting pressure on Griggs. Even if he catches this ball on the full, he's still got it all on to get out of and into the field of play.
He's been a massive influence, hasn't he, Jacob Miller?
His best game I've seen him play since he's been over in this country was at Magic Weekend when they played against Catalan.
And he landed that long-range drop goal that sunk the Dragons, and Brough trying for a short restart from that goal line dropout. It didn't go 10, and it's a penalty. Bang in front of the post.
Yeah, take 2 points. Take the sting out of the game. Danny Brough going for
Liam, what we doing?
just to drop it on the right side, just over the 10 metres, but it doesn't go there.
He's got to try something, Danny Brough.
Yeah.
Obviously, putting it short, trying to get possession back. Doesn't go the 10, and Liam Finn will just knock this ball over the H's and put them 2 more further points ahead. He's been good, Liam Finn. I think when we talk about Miller and Finn, we notice Miller because he does a lot of the eye-catching stuff, but Liam Finn, he knows how to slow a game down, speed it up, does the little things really well. Stuart Dickens, Chris Chester, Lee Gilmore, the coaching team at Wakefield, they'll appreciate the efforts of that man.
Liam Finn, over 2,200 career points, over 850 goals in his career, and another one surely to his tally here, and another 2 points to the Wildcats' tally, putting them 2 points closer to a Challenge Cup semi-final appearance. Chris Chester looking pretty relaxed, and look at those Wildcat supporters. They've come here in numbers tonight, and they've seen their side put on a great performance.
Well, that just takes the sting out of the game, and it puts another speed bump in the road for the Giants. 16 points behind now. Short kick-off. Great take.
Johnston it was underneath it, in amongst all those bodies.
He's been brave all night, Johnson. He's been tested, he comes up trumps with it all the time.
2, move! Back Kyle, wait for it, wait!
Try scorer with that intercept, but he's done a lot of work defensively as well.
3, move! Michael Hall!
And the Huddersfield fans, quiet, sombre. Here's Fafita.
4, Michael Rice!
What about a hat-trick? That'd just round things off, wouldn't it? Fafita got a hat-trick.
5, Danny Lawrence! Hold!
Mikey Seo. And Finn, well, he's shaped to put a kick in. Miller into Tupu. Here is Johnston. Johnston cuts back infield. McGilvray makes the tackle, shepherding him towards the sideline.
He did shape to kick, Bill, but he had everybody in the right place, Liam Finn. And when the opportunity presented itself, he decided to have a run. His side, who were 16 points up at this point, they'd earned the right.
And this is where you simplify the game now if you're a Wakefield player. You're in control, total control, 16 points up, 11 minutes to go. You get through your set to 6, you kick it long, you trap them in the corner, you come up with 5 decent efforts, give your full-back a chance of catching the ball on the full. And I said earlier, Bill, that you'd have to do the things that get you into front on the scoreboard. Now it's about closing the game down.
Here is Crabtree. Brough. Onwards to Connor.
Connor doesn't take a backward step for anybody. He just handed Liam Finn off. Tried having a fight with Fafita as well.
That's going to cause problems somewhere down the line. Simons. Cudjoe. Dancing feet of Leroy Cudjoe, trying to open up a gap in the Wakefield defence. Then Brough shifts it on to Akuma Tai. Sam Rapira in back play has got a problem. Looks like an arm injury, and that was a forward pass for the Giants.
Sorry, Bill, he's just being led off the pitch. He looks in severe distress. It could be an arm or a shoulder injury, possibly. He's had a good game, Sam Rapira.
Looks like he's holding the top of his shoulder. Here's the pass here from Lawrence to Aaron Murphy.
Began his career as a centre, Michael Lawrence. I think he's developed into a fabulous forward. That could be an AC joint injury. Well, let's have a look how he injures it.
Oh, it's a good shot.
Yeah, that's an AC joint.
Yep.
And that would just about put the tin lid on it for the Giants, wouldn't it, for, as far as tonight's concerned. He's probably been their best performer tonight, would you say?
And most of the year, to be fair. I think he's been absolutely brilliant for them. He's led by example. Things haven't come off for the team, but he's certainly put his hand up in every game he's played.
More problems for Andy Kelly and Chris Thorman to contend with.
Jamie, clear up! Hold! Wait!
Well, on the positive, Bill, they've got bigger fish to fry, the Huddersfield Giants. Need to get the house in order, prepare for the middle eights, and make sure they're in as good a state mentally and physically in preparation for that competition.
Wakefield grinding the ball up the middle of the field. Miller steps through one, loses his footing, gets the pass away to CO. The ball's on the ground and Huddersfield have it back.
Yeah, there's a knock on here from Aaron Murphy. The ball's passed inside. Aaron Murphy makes a play for it.
A question mark over Miller's pass. Here's the dummy, here's the show and go. And a question mark over that one. It's not the best angle to look at it. And CO passes it back to Murphy. Let's have a look.
I don't think there's a problem with that.
How can you see on that angle?
I didn't think there was a problem when I was watching it in live play. I thought it was okay. There's more pressure here now for Aaron Murphy and his teammates.
Word from the sidelines is that Sam Rapira has a collarbone injury.
Let's go. Heads in, come on.
Early diagnosis. But either way, it's bad news for the Giants. More bad news from the Giants on a night when their Challenge Cup hopes have disappeared.
Michael, come on the line.
And here is Fafita. Fancies a third. Takes on the Huddersfield defence and very nearly gets there.
Go on and wait.
He attracts everybody, doesn't he? It's like a magnet when he's carrying that ball.
Go.
Bang in front of those posts. Miller, short pass. Jowett out wide to Johnston. Good defence.
Release Leroy. Hold the line.
That's a great duel on that wing between McGilvray and Johnston.
Well, those two could well be the wingers for England at the end of the year.
Finn, they're keeping it alive. Ben Jones-Bishop, though, the ball goes backwards, and that's good defence from Aaron Murphy.
Yeah, I think there's a mistake here from Huddersfield, so Wakefield will get the ball again. They're not afraid to play, are they? There it is, the ball from Murphy comes off his left arm as Walton's just trying to set Ben Jones-Bishop free.
Jason Walton's done okay. Let's not forget Reece Lynn, he left the pitch really early on in the piece, and Jason Walton, who began his career in the outside backs but nowadays makes his living as a middle unit player or a second rower, and he's asked to defend and attack. One in from the touchline, two in from the touchline even.
Arona.
First move. Jamie, come on the line.
10 metres out, he's tackled.
Yeah, wait for it then. Go.
Mikey CO. Ashurst pushes aside one Giants defender.
Move, Jack.
And they are back on their own try line again. Wakefield really dominated this second half. CO trying to bamboozle them, but they managed to smuggle him out of range. Fafita scoops the ball up. It's Finn now. Anthony England. They keep the ball alive. Miller out wide again. Johnston steps in field. Johnston keeps it alive. It's back with Miller. And they're toying with them now. And that was a knock on after all that.
Yeah, well, Jacob Miller just looking to spade that ball onto somebody else. He looks good when he goes at the line, doesn't he? His acceleration from nothing to 100 mile an hour really does test the defence and scurs those big fellas.
Well, this is the first of our Challenge Cup ties on Sky Sports. Coming up on Saturday, 1:25, Sky Sports 1, Hull FC against the Catalan Dragons. Exciting news from the Dragons and for their supporters. Benjamin Garcia back at the club and in the squad for this cup tie. It's going to be an intriguing game. NRL, the rookie, starts next Thursday, June the 30th, after our live games, and July the 1st again, 10:30, Sky Sports 1. One to watch that is as well, the rookie series from the NRL. The ball's come back for Walton. Walton belts it down the field, but it's a knock-on, head and feed to the Giants.
Well, they're starting to get a touch sloppy now, a couple of mistakes from defensive errors.
Hard to call that.
Yeah, but Benjamin Garcia, that's a great play, isn't it, from Catalan, to bring him back. At the top, still going for the Challenge Cup final, looking to get to the grand final.
Head in.
Big sign.
Time on.
And Hull, though, what about them? Looking for... They are top.
Well, that's a mouth-watering game, isn't it? Everything at stake, everything to earn, everything to win. I'm looking forward to that match. It's a big couple of weeks for the Catalan Dragons, of course. The 10-year celebration goes on, and they entertain the Great Wigan Warriors in a week or two.
Yep, July the 2nd in Perpignan for that one. So a busy time for the Dragons. And here are the Giants, hoping to salvage some pride at the end of this game.
Release Liam! Hold Scott, hold, wait.
But it has been an unhappy night for the Huddersfield Giants, virtually from the first touch of the ball for Huddersfield, when Akuma Tai knocked on. The ball's come loose, and it could be another call to see if Tom Simons has got a scrappy try.
Well, if Jermaine McGilvray...
Check the offside and the grounding, please.
Sorry, goes over the try line, he thinks he's there, then there's a big shot on him. You never normally see Jermaine McGilvray get bounced to the ground.
Tez, look where he is. He's virtually under the sticks. He works incredibly hard. When that ball bounces, he body checks Jermaine McGilvray. I'm not sure about the legality of it. He certainly puts his body on the line. He works so hard. In fact, he's the other side of the sticks. Well, I would say Jermaine McGilvray is onside.
Yeah, everyone's onside.
After this collision, the ball comes loose, it goes backwards.
Well, there is a shoulder charge, but Simons, does he pick this ball up cleanly? Yes, he does. Does he get over the try line?
Yeah,
he does. Well, body on the line stuff, that sort of defence. Trying everything, throwing your body in on collision. Well, Tom Johnson gets his foot under the ball at first.
Well, on that angle, it looks like he doesn't get the ball down. Tom Johnson slips his foot underneath the ball, and Simons, I don't think, gets it down.
Yeah,
I don't think he can award that try.
I think he gets it down, Barry. It's a big defensive play from Joe, even though they don't prevent this try. Look at this, body on the line, get your bodies in front, hit him with everything you can. I agree with you, it could be a shoulder charge, but Simons picks this ball up cleanly, he picks it up cleanly and he scores the try.
So if it isn't a try, and that's the illegal part that the referee and the video ref go back to, is it a penalty try, or is it just a penalty? Because he would have scored the try.
I think this is a try. I think Simons gets this down. Yep, Tom Johnson does get his leg under the ball initially, but I do think he grounds the ball after that. It rolls off his leg.
Has Tom Simons got his first try for the Giants? No, he hasn't. The Giants denied, but only denied by a shoulder charge by Max Jowett.
I don't know why that's not a penalty try, because he catches that ball and puts it down if the penalty doesn't happen.
I thought he grounded that ball then. Well, very unlucky.
The Giants desperately trying to find some consolation in this game. and they might finish with a try. No, they won't. They almost finish with another intercept. Ben Jones-Bishop nearly clear away with that.
Yeah, and that would have been another try because nobody was in front of him. Everyone was in attacking mode for Huddersfield. They were all in the line, they were all offering, they were all pushing up. They had decent shape on both sides of the ruck, and Ben Jones-Bishop knows if he catches that into 4 points, could be in the 6.
Wait inside, Ben. Right.
Another head and feed for Huddersfield then. And can they at least find a way over McGilvray? But look at that defence from Wakefield right to the end. Really strong cover from the Wildcats. Miller could have been penalised there.
Good signs for Wakefield. Their attitude from minute one has been spot on, and they've had some glimpses of class. But fundamentally, when it's come down to rolling the sleeves up and doing the basics and 1%ers right, most of the time they've stepped up. Huddersfield through Jermaine McGilvray, they get the latest try. It won't make a difference to the result. It's been a first-class performance for the Wakefield club.
Third Challenge Cup try of the season for Jermaine McGilvray, second of this game. But a little celebration from these Giants players. Ironic cheers from the Wakefield fans, that end of the ground.
Well, this game set a match to Wakefield, but Jermaine McGilvray going in for his second try in this second half.
Ellis with the conversion. 4 tries apiece, bizarrely, in this game. But Liam Finn has kicked 6 goals, kicked virtually everything that's come his way. Huddersfield haven't landed 1 goal. That's extraordinary with a kicker of Danny Bruff's calibre in their side.
Well, ultimately it's cost them this match. I think they'll look down to the points that they couldn't convert, but they'll also look down or look at the lack of focus and the lack of attention to detail. When you watch moments like this, Jermaine McGilvray gets over in the corner, Leroy Cudjoe, as is his style, plopping the ball over the top to release his winger.
Just to be fair to Danny Bruff, I think all Huddersfield's tries have been scored out wide, haven't they? Yeah. Whereas Finn's had fair few from near the posts. 2 to Bruff, 2 to Ellis in terms of misses.
Yep. Well, maybe just taking those penalties as well. Do you know, early on, Finn just deciding early on in the game, just whenever there was points on offer, they were going to do that. But haven't they been a success story, Wakefield? Everyone saying that, yeah, they're going to be relegated. They find themselves in the semi-final. They'll definitely make the top 8, I believe. The team in 9th place is 7 points behind them with just 4 points to go.
Here's Ellis, Bruff, Lawrence.
There's no Nick Scruton, no Danny Kerman. They come back into the side. Very creditable performance.
And what about David Fafita? Well, there could be at least some consolation for the Giants, possibly. The forward pass, though, ends the game for Huddersfield, and jubilation for the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats. They're through to the semi-finals, and Chris Chester, their coach, goes through to the semi-finals for the 2nd year running. 28 points to 16, the final score. And the Wildcats' incredible season continues. A top 8 side by the look of things, not finalised yet, but just about home and dry in that respect. And now a last 4 side in the Ladbrokes Challenge Cup. And what a performance it's been. And okay, I mean, Huddersfield were their own worst enemy on a number of occasions in that game, Barry, but Wakefield still had to have the presence and the ability to capitalise on it.
Wakefield deserved this victory, and it's such an exciting time for the players and the fans of this club. They're only 1 win away from Wembley. Do they dare to dream, and do they now look at the games, look at the manner in which they've won this game and say, we've got a good formula, we think we can roll that out week in, week out, and we're going to really trouble some sides, both in the Cup and in the league itself.
Well, what a time it has been